Hey guys, you join me here, Snowman86, and we are back on Farming Simulator. So it's been a while, just with everything going on. Tough to keep up, but yeah, it's just, there's no excuses. We just didn't get a chance to do much or to do anything. So with that said, we are back, guys, and we are on a new map. So we still have our original save going, and we'll discuss that later on. I might even jump back into it and see what we can do. But we're here, guys. We are on Ladyhill. So it's a map that was out towards the end of FS22, and thankfully it's been ported over to FS25. Now I do like this map. So we are going to jump straight down to it, and we'll see how we get on. Um, so we've done a thing. We've bought a farm. It's cost us a small fortune, not going to lie. And the farm was bought as is, so it was a working farm. The debts forced the farmer into sale, and we have come along with our small bit of change, and we've decided to pick it up. So that's where we're here now, guys. So we're just striking down. Don't even know what that was called. Some lane, and yeah, we're going to head down here and see our farm for the first time together. So the good news is we have a loan of 1.2 million out, and that's going to be costing us a small fortune, roughly 5,000 euros a month. So straight away we need to try and find that, because it's going to cripple us if we don't. And here is our entrance. So let me swing in, and we'll drive up here to the farmhouse, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. So we'll swing in this way, and we'll take the... oh, I've messed that up already, I'd say, but anyway, we'll park it down here. So we are on the farm, guys, on the farm. So this is it. So we have few bits of equipment that we'll probably look to do a deal on at some stage. One is that trailer. I hate a dolly trailer, not gonna lie, but I hate them with a passion. So that's probably one thing we'll probably ship out pretty soon. But good, we have an animal trailer. Small little shed here. Free wheelbarrow, sweet. Not a free wheelbarrow, but it costs us a small chunk of change again. Um, we can head down the back here. I see some equipment. Could be wrong, I think workshop. I think we are in the workshop area. So it's good enough there. Another bit of storage as well we can use. Have some bales. As I say, it was a working farm, so there is equipment and bales, and there is livestock as well on the farm, guys. So we just need to be wary and mind ourselves. So we'll jump over to the cattle. We have 80 calves, mixture of Holstein and Brown Swiss, I believe. So we 40 of each, so that's going to be interesting. Not going to be a money maker straight away, so we'll keep it interesting. Couple of deers. I think we have 3 tractors on the farm, is what I've been told, all deer. So that's one of them anyway. And ooh, straw spreader. So that's a straw spreader. Yeah, chopper. So yeah, that's handy to have as well. Big old combine in here, guys. Look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Little class. An EP1 450. So yeah, we'll get to harvesting soon enough. As I look over here, what do we have? Cedar, tether, windrower. We do have a front loader tractor somewhere, so that's good to know, because in my mind, I think a telehandler would probably need to be one of the first things we get. But we'll see how we get on. Another deer hidden down here, and this is our front loader tractor. So it has the brackets on it. Dolly trailer, bane of my life. So yeah, we'll be getting rid of that. Ooh, silage compactor, some silage bales pre-wrapped. I believe the manure spawn point is in this general area. Hasn't shown anything yet, but meant to be there. We have a empty silage pit, good to know, and a slurry tanker. So things are looking up. Down here we have straw bales. Nothing too exciting, but again, it might be enough just to get us going. And we'll probably maybe keep this as the straw fill point. or the straw storage area. See how we're going. And I am missing a tractor, so let's go for a wander, guys. What was in here? Oh, plough, forage wagon. That's going to be wicked handy for when we're doing the pit silage. I've seen them. Oh, there it is. More out the back here. How did I miss that? Blends in so well there with the hedge. Yeah, so we have a mass more as well. Nice. So I think we're pretty set to go here. Hit the ground running. I am looking for a tractor. Has anybody seen a tractor? Wow. Ho-ho! There we go, guys. So, newest to the fleet. Probably half the reason I'd say the repayments on this weren't cheap. But, yeah. We'll see how we get on, guys. 6R. So, interesting. And in the back here, pop out. And we're back at our silage bale. So that's us, guys. So it came with a nice chunk of land, and yeah, I think we'll shoot drone up and we'll kind of fly the boundaries, and after that we just have to see. I think we have a nice few crops to start harvesting, so we're going to jump into that straight away, I would imagine. Get them in, get them done, and after that probably be under pressure then to seed next year's crops. So if we get a minute, we will attempt to organize gear. Don't know if that's the right word, but we'll have to sort stuff out because, yeah, those two dolly trailers ain't gonna work for me anyway. So we'll have to see how we go. We have just over a little over 100,000 in the bank, and if I bring up the loan first, you'll see our loan 1.2 million, just under 5,000 a month, and yeah, that is what we gotta try and repay. So on this one as well, we are also playing with realistic weather and the realistic livestock mod, so that should keep things interesting. Haven't used them yet, so well, we did, if I do remember rightly, we dabbled with the realistic weather in Moss Valley, but yeah, this will be a proper run of it from the start, so we'll see how we go. With that said, I'll get back here and we'll be flying around in our drone and we'll see what kind of land we have. So we have the drone in the air, guys, and we are flying directly over our animal sheds and over the farm. So nice layout of the yard, not going to lie. And straight away we have two crop fields up this section. So this ditch line is the boundary between us and the neighbouring farm. So he's got his own thing going on there. So we have two fields of, I believe, barley here ready to go. So we'll have to get out and chop them down kind of straight away. If I zoom down here, we are into a field of soybeans, which is nice. And then more or less our land stretches all the way down here. So we have grass fields 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then at the very end again we have two crop fields. So and these two are canola from what I can tell. So that is the layout of the farm, guys. Quite expensive, so it's a good old stretch of ground. It's all contained in one block, which is nice. And neighbouring farmers and farms around us, so interesting. So we'll have to get cracking straight away, guys. So I think for me the first thing I need to do is get this barley harvested, baled, all that good stuff. The canola can probably wait a little bit, although we'll probably have to get it harvested too. Day one is always a bit of a pressure one. The soybeans were okay for a while, so that's good. And yeah, I think that kind of sums us up, guys. So we're going to drop the drone down. We're going to get acquainted with some of the gear, and yeah, you'll be back here, and we'll hopefully be out here harvesting fields shortly. See you in a jiffy. And we are back, guys. So here we go. Unloading our first run around the field. So it is yielding quite well. We did literally one lap around the field, cut open this headland a bit more for us just to give us a bit of space, and all in said it was not a bad old yield. So We've had time to think while we're harvesting, which is the joys of harvesting, I think. It does just offer us that opportunity to kind of go, right, take a breath, let's see what we need to do. And, excuse me, first and foremost, didn't take off, there we go. First and foremost, we are considering tractor options, I suppose is the thing. We have 3 tractors on the farm. Do we need all 3? I don't think so. So definitely one of the older deers is going. Probably the one that holds the most value, because let's be honest, that makes the most sense to sell it and pick up a little bit of money. So that is what we're going to do. One is worth I think close to 20,000 and the other is worth close to 35. So I think the 35 one will go. Obviously that's one with less hours on it. So that is what we're thinking. Now I'm also thinking our not quite brand new spanky deer, the 145 there, the 6R I think. That could go as well, guys. So we're not 100% sure yet. A couple of cheaper options in the store that would give us more horsepower, a little bit maybe more flexibility on implements. Obviously we're not going to be able to spend like we have infinite money. We have 100,000 in bank. I'm very slow to spend that because our monthly loan repayments are coming out of that. So you know 12.5s are 60, so 60,000 of that money is earmarked or ready for repayment loans. Obviously now we will be selling crops and no milk at the moment, but we might maybe look at offloading some of the animals if we discover some of them are of poor genetics and things. Might look to get rid of some that way as well. Try and generate a bit of money, but 1.2 million, it's a fair debt to be hanging over us, so we need to be kind of crafty with our finances. Definitely need to make sure over the winter months we have enough to money to pay it back, because whatever else happens we need to be able to repay that loan and keep the farm somewhat financially viable, guys. So we'll be looking into a few different options, but yeah, I'm thinking tractors number 1 could go, and I'm thinking the deer is probably high on the list. Well, definitely the older deer is high on the list. Obviously we will keep one as a front loader tractor. It'll be handy around the yard for dealing with the animals, feeding them, all that good stuff. Because let's be honest, we're not going to be able to afford a telehandler anytime soon, so we're just going to have to suck that up and get used to dealing with a tractor loader, which is a shame because definitely things like using the front bucket and stuff, you're so limited on a tractor. It is funny. Just in capacity of the bucket, whether we could, if we got a telehandler, we could probably do close to 4,000 or 5,000 litres a bucket, which would make a big difference. But without that, unfortunately, I think I'm getting everything there. Oh, maybe not. Need to be a bit more out, I'd say. Yeah, without that capacity, things just get a little bit tougher. So yeah, we'll just have to see how we get on. But definitely, the 2 tractors in screen at the moment could be the 2 on the chopping block. So we'll just have to suss it out. There is a case there, 200 horses for 68,000, I think, which is kind of tempting. I'm not going to lie, guys, especially because we could sell the 145 deer for I think it's like 130,000 or something. So we'd we would double our money that we have, and obviously the more we use that tractor, then the hours will go up, the potential resale value goes down. And let's be honest, 145, like, oh, I think realistically we want to be around the 200 horsepower mark, and I'm only thinking of that for the likes of ploughing, for just different things around the farm that we do. We probably do need like a 200, 250, 300 would be the dream, but let's be honest, we ain't affording a 100 horsepower tractor anytime soon. So we'll have to go with something that's cheap and offers horsepower. Now the other option is we could swap out the 145 for a 7030, I think, deer. Comes in at around 220 horsepower. Would still make money, but you're only making maybe 30,000 profit then. So I think the odds-on favorite is the Case. So that is probably what we're going to be looking at, guys. And we did miss a bit up there. So yeah, that will probably happen soon enough. And again, might look at swapping out the likes of our bale trailer, maybe even the main grain trailer. Go for the Red Rock because that has a good capacity and it's a fair price. So still things like that, just the speed. And obviously, if we get bigger equipment like that, like a grain trailer, probably do need 200 horses to pull it up the road and pull it up hills. So you know, I'm just kind of pushing myself into a little hole here, spending money before we've even really done a whole pile about anything. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we're just going to keep whipping around the field here. We're doing alright, actually. As I say, we're doing alright. We're actually pretty full there on that. So what we're going to do is just slide ourselves in, stick out our pipe, shut off the header because we don't need to do that burning diesel. And somewhere there, hit the parking brake, and off we go down the field. Betting man, I should have driven down, cut that. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Save me having to sprint around the place. So, no, we won't get much out of it, but we'll get a bit. So, we'll stick in the pipe for a second. And if I go enable choppers, and we can shoot off down here, drop the header in. We're just going to select these little bits. That's good enough for me. Shut off the header and we'll zoom down here now. And that's it. We are able to unload again. So we are getting, what is that, 11.2 tons to the hectare, which is a fair old crop, guys. So what do we get? 3 ups and downs. So and we're back in here. We should be, yeah. So yeah, I think a trailer and a tractor. I think that might happen here shortly, guys, because I just seen this trailer capacity where literally 2 loads will have us full, and that's a lot of over and back to the farm when we're yielding quite a good crop. So yeah, I think definitely a trailer. Let me have a quick look-ski. What trailer are we supporting? Nope, 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 nope. I honestly don't know what the trailer is called. Let's just flick down through things. We'll find it eventually. There we go. It is worth 32,000. Geez, so plows in bad condition, 20%. So it's worth 32,000, and I can tell you now for free that if we go here, select trailers, and zoom away down here to the Red Rock, we can get a little bit more capacity, a lot more capacity for 23. So instantly, that's 30,000. So yeah, we are making money at that. Probably couldn't do the 24 meters, so we don't need any of that fancy stuff. Cover, again, don't need it, make it cheaper. Yeah, we could get a 24,000 litre trailer, which would replace our one. So that could be, because our one, it's a no-brainer. It's probably an extra load. So yeah, that is going to happen, and we might, will we do it? What time are we? We are 22:09 in the morning, so yeah, we realistically do need to crack on, because all good things will come to an end if we don't. So we'll probably tip away here harvesting, guys. Don't be surprised if when I come back we have a new trailer and new tractor floating around the field, and it could be the case. It probably will be the case. So yeah, bear with me, and we'll crack on here harvesting, and we'll see how we get on, guys. And we are back, guys. So we are going to wrap it up here pretty shortly, but just a quick update: we are still harvesting, and probably will be for the foreseeable future. So we won't bore you too much more with it. But yeah, first day on the farm, as I say, always a busy old time of the year. We haven't really looked at our livestock much, so we have that to worry ourselves with at some stage, as we have a deer in our fields. Nice. But yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye on the animals. As I say, we are playing with the realistic livestock mod. We are playing with precision farming, realistic weather. Also I think it's the, what's it called, the tire. The mod basically that means your tires and your tractors now will reduce on bald. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Now we have set it to low, so we should get like 300k out of our tires, which I'm thinking is a bit more realistic than 38k, was it, or something like that. So that's what we're aiming for on that front. So yeah, plenty to entertain ourselves with, but it'll be a steep learning curve, I suppose, is the only way, and mistakes will be made, don't be worried. And with a 1.2 million debt hanging over our heads, we need to keep those mistakes realistically to a minimum, but probably will not happen. So we should get up the field once more. I'm not sure will I get down the field another time, but we'll see how we get on. And as you can see there in the left side of the screen, we have our red rock trailer, and not the case. So the 145 deer that we actually had on the farm went for like 176,000 euros. So when I saw that kind of money coming in, I said, you know what, we'll treat ourselves, we'll pick up the deer. It was a little bit more expensive, probably by about 60,000 euros. So yeah, nearly twice the price, but we got an extra 20 horsepower. Treating ourselves on that one, guys. So yeah, we've gone with the deer. Yeah, we'll see. It might have been a mistake, but sure, look, 60,000 is a year's worth of loan repayments. Now that I say that out loud, yeah. But anyway, we've committed to it, guys, so there's no going back now. So we'll have to see how we go. Obviously, if we don't need a bit of equipment, we probably will ship it out pretty quickly, because ideally we want to what do we want to do? Basically, we want to kind of get ourselves in a position that we can, with the least amount of gear, operate a pretty functional farm. Now I'm hoping we have manure and slurry building in our pit, so all going well, we'll be able to gain access to that. So hopefully we won't need a sprayer if I'm clever and pick a weeder up and maybe run it slightly organically. The only time we're going to get caught is for the pH levels of the soil, and I'll see, it might do a bit of research, but I realistically think lime is the only answer in that problem. So if that is the case, we probably still will need some form of lime spreading. So yeah, we'll just have to see how we go, guys, but where we can, we will do it more organically to save us on running costs, because then we don't need to be buying herbicides, we don't need to be buying liquid fertilizer, pellet fertilizer, anything like that. So now we probably still will need a little bit, and as I said, lime will catch us, so we probably will end up doing solid fertilizer, but we won't hopefully have a sprayer on the farm. And again, we'll have to see how that plays out for us. I am hoping with the weeder we should be able to run our farm pretty good without needing the Roundup or glyphosate. So yeah, we'll see how we get on, guys. But I've rambled on for pretty long here. I don't think we're going to make it. There we go. Just as I say it, we are not going to make it back down the farm. So we'll back up here, stick our pipe out, and this is probably a good enough time for me to call it here, guys. So in the meantime, we're going to continue harvesting. We're just going to get it done. We've this through, and we have the canola to harvest. Once we get through them, we will then be back to a scenario of realistically, I'd imagine baling. Try and bale these two fields, get them collected as quick as we can, and then we need to sow canola in here for next year. If I go to the calendar, so our three crops will probably be barley, canola. So you can see by right we should have harvested barley a month ago, but the game started like this, so we're just going with it. So we'll crack out the barley fast. So yeah, next year it'll be more steady and not as panic maybe. So yeah, we've chance now to grow our canola, so that's what we're going to be doing. Once the canola is once we harvest the canola, then we have time off for soybeans, which won't be till April, May. They harvest October, November, and in October we can plant barley. So my plan is hopefully we harvest the soybeans pretty fast in October, turn around pretty quickly, and plant barley or wheat, one or the other. When do oats go in the ground? So if all else fails, after soybeans, we could start doing an oat harvest. Oat would finish in August. That would leave us time then to plant there. So yeah, it might work out better that way, but we'll see. We have time to think about it. So for now, guys, that is where we are at. As I say, we're going to press on and just keep getting through this, keep harvesting. Bits of implements will change. Hopefully I'll catch most of it like we've done here with the tractor and trailer, but sometimes it might just be one of those an opportunity too good to turn down. I don't know why that's turning by itself, but yeah, it might be just an opportunity too good to turn down, and we'll have to jump on it there and then. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with it, but yeah, we're going to crack on with the harvest. As I say, we're going to this field to finish off, and then we have to shoot down to the opposite end of the farm, do the canola, and then things will, well, I was going to say they'll settle, but they probably won't, but yeah, I'll keep you updated as we go, guys. So we're on Ladyhill, and starting with more or less what we bought on the farm, debt of 1.2 million. Let's see how it goes. So guys, until next time, I've been Snowman86, and yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you all again. Take care.